Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dan. Right now I'm giving my YouTube channel nominations for the 2024 YouTube Sports Card All-Star Team. So truth be told, I was reluctant to make any nominations at all, mainly because I didn't want to offend anyone if their channel wasn't selected. There are a bunch of worthy channels out there, and I could honestly fill the rosters of 2 All-Star teams if I was allowed. That being said, I needed to come up with some criteria for my selections of both the coaches and the All-Star nominations. This helped me narrow down my selections, and to be honest, I've been second guessing my selections and switching them out right up until hitting record for this video. Honestly, I've recorded this video at least 4 times now. So, for the coaches, the channel needs to have an element of teaching and learning. The channel also needs to have an impact beyond their own collection, i.e., they go beyond their own collection and collaborate with other collectors within the community. And lastly, they need to have a positive, enthusiastic, and uplifting attitude. Now for the All-Star selections, the channel needs to show a variety of cards. The channel also needs to upload videos on a regular basis. And just like the coaches, the channel needs to have an element of teaching and learning. For the Rookie of the Year selections, the channel has to have been on YouTube for less than a year, but I feel they also need to fill the criteria for the All-Star selections. Lastly, before I start my nominations, I've decided to share a card from my collection that best represents each channel. These cards remind me of these collectors, their channels, and in some way, these are the type of cards the channel will share. And without further delay, here are my nominations for the 2024 YouTube Sports Card All-Star Team. So I'm going to start off with the coaches, and the first card I'm going to show is going to be this 1971 Topps Roberto Clemente card, and that card is going to represent the For Collectors channel. That is comprised of John, 3D80s Kid, Theo from Clemente Collector, Sammy from Sammy Thunder, and Caesar from Pepino Man. Also, I wanted to point out that this SGC5 Roberto Clemente card is a half grade higher than John, 3D80s Kid. Thought I'd just throw that out there. The next channel I'm going to nominate is going to be represented by this 1968 Topps Nolan Ryan rookie card. And that's going to be Darren from Return to Collecting. Darren's got a great channel. He's collaborative, and he's a mentor-like person within the community. The next channel is going to be represented by this 1985 Topps Roger Clemens card. He's a big Roger Clemens fan, but more than that, he is huge in the community, very supportive of everybody. And I'm talking about Greg from Midlife Sports Cards. Love his channel and can't get enough of the data that he shares and all the information he provides on collecting. And then the next channel is really big into these 1953 Bowman cards. He's also really good at editing his videos, and that's Alex from Bowman 53. Alex also does a card room live every Sunday, which gets a lot of people involved. So that's for Alex. And then the next channel is a good friend of mine, and his channel is represented by this 2006 Topps Chrome Mickey Mantle Black Refractor. He's taught me quite a bit about some modern cards, and he does a podcast, I believe. He does some various collaborations with other YouTubers, and I'm talking about Dylan from Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. Now, he's kind of set a new standard when it comes to centering. Everybody refers to centering as Dylan approved centering, and I think centering is very important. I've drank that Kool-Aid, and so I'm nominating Dylan for all his impact within the community. And then lastly, is a collaborator with Dylan, and his channel is represented by this 1954 Red Heart Mickey Mantle card. He's a big Mickey Mantle collector, and I'm talking about Adam from Splendid Sports Cards. So Adam and Dylan do Turn Back the Clock, and that's a fun time, very informative, and you can learn a lot from them. So, those are all my nominations for the coaches. Now I'm going to get into the All-Star nominations. And the first one is going to be represented by this 2006 Topps Allen and Ginter Josh Gibson. Now, this collector has taught me personally a lot about modern cards and post-playing days cards, and I've now found a great appreciation for modern post-playing days cards, especially those stadium clubs. I'm talking about Shane from Shoebox Legends. Very knowledgeable on all the various modern sets, and he's very generous in the hobby. And he also is a big teacher and has that element of learning for his channel. So that's Shane. The next channel is going to be represented by this 1956 Topps Roberto Clemente card. Now, this person did a top 100 countdown of all the all-time players in baseball, and I'm talking about Al from Iconic Baseball. If I was a new collector and I was getting into the hobby, all I would need to do is just learn from Al and follow his top 100, and I could instantaneously have a top tier collection. That's what Al has done for this community. So thank you, Al. Al is an all-star in my book. And the next channel is one that focuses a lot on T206 cards, but he also focuses on other tobacco sets. And so I've chosen this T210 Kelly mascot card to represent his channel. I could have easily pulled a T206, and I've mostly learned about the T206 from his channel, and I'm talking about Drew from Lefty NDV10. He's got a great channel. Like I said, I've learned a lot from his channel about tobacco cards and sets, and especially the T206 set. So the next channel is going to be represented by this 1983 Topps Traded Darryl Strawberry. Now, he is a huge Darryl Strawberry fan, and he is a huge supporter of the community. I'm talking about Doug from Don't Talk to Robots. He, like I said, is really big into supporting the community, and he has done a lot of giveaways. He's done a lot of shout-outs. Really supportive for everybody here. So that's Doug. And then the next person goes he doesn't need any introduction. This Don Mossy card represents this channel. I'm talking about Scott from Reindeer Studios. So Scott is, he's an awesome guy. He's very generous. He's an amazing artist, and I love watching him work with his art. Just phenomenal. So Scott is one of my all-star selections. All right, this next person loves T206s, but he also loves Star Wars. And, there's not a lot of folks out there, I feel, that have the same love of Star Wars that I do. And so I'm talking about Brent from Star Huddle 77. I chose this 1977 Wonder Bread Star Wars card of Princess Leia because his favorite person in Star Wars is Princess Leia. And also, I don't know if I mentioned this just a second ago, but he's collecting all the sweater cards from the T206 set. And I think that's pretty cool, pretty interesting focus. So I nominate Brent. And then this next person is going to be represented by this 1952 Bowman Yogi Berra card. So this channel has supported my channel a lot. He's also taught me a lot about the 1952 Bowman set. I'm talking about Rick from Rocket Rick J18. So, like I said before, he's done a lot to support my channel, and just a very generous, very nice guy with a phenomenal collection. So I nominate Rick. And the next channel is going to be represented by this Jose Canseco card. So this channel, this guy, he goes on set. He goes out on location to do documentaries, basically, of old spring training baseball fields, old Negro League baseball fields, He goes into history about the field and who played on the field, and he talks about different players. And I'm talking about Hugo Signs of the Pastime. Hugo's got a great channel. It takes him a lot of time and effort to do his videos, so he doesn't put out a ton of videos. But the videos that he puts out, every single one of them is just simply amazing, and it's a documentary. So I nominate Hugo. And the next person is one of the biggest Mets fans I've ever met, and he's going to be represented by this 1985 Donruss Dwight Gooden box bottom card. Now, he's also a big fan of Mookie Wilson on the Mets, and he loves his pinhole cards. I'm talking about Mookie Chilson, and Mookie is a great commentator on all of our channels. Very witty commentator. So love Mookie. Love his channel. Love Mookie's Minute. Just an all around great time on a channel, and so I nominate Mookie Chilson. So the next person turned me on to this 1952 Topps Ted Kluszewski card, and he also got a awesome victory on a 1952 Topps Willie Mays card. I'm talking about Adam from Vintage Sanctuary. So Adam has a wonderful 1952 Topps Willie Mays card that he had picked up at the last National, and it was in a PSA Authentic. He sent it into SGC and got a numerical grade. He's got a great channel, great vibes, great collection, and I love watching his videos. So that's Adam. And the next collector is going to be represented by an oversized card. He's going to be represented by this 1882 Kosak and Company Batsman card. And this collector and I collect very similarly. He supports my channel a ton, and that is George from Concrete Buddy. George and I are good friends. We talk a lot. And he's also trying to complete this Kosak and Company set. I recently completed mine, and now he's on the hunt. He's probably over halfway finished. But George has got a great collection, and like I said, he collects a lot like I do. So the next channel is going to be represented by this 1954 Bowman Mickey Mantle. So he is a huge Mickey Mantle fan, but his family gifted him this 1954 Bowman Mickey Mantle card. And I'm talking about Doug from Video Guy 316. Doug is another one of those that does a good job editing his videos. He's an all-around great guy and very supportive of my channel. He's got a great collection. So go check out Doug, and I nominate him for All-Star. Then the next channel is going to be represented by this 1912 Recruit T207 Bob Williams card. Now, this channel does Tobacco Card Tuesdays. He's got a super sneaky good tobacco collection, tobacco cards, and I'm talking about Peter B. Peter's a good friend of mine as well, and I nominate Peter B's great channel with his great collection, and he's taught me a lot too, so I nominate him for All-Star. And then this next channel could be a Rookie of the Year. He's been in the community for about 7 months. I'm going to representing his channel by this 1957 Topps Willie Mays card. He's a big Willie Mays fan. He is really good at editing. He's really good at doing history. He goes into detail, great detail about historic games. I'm talking about Rob from Baseball Time Traveler. I've learned a ton from Rob about different games, historic games, and love his channel. So he's also a great supporter of channels. So that's Rob. And then lastly, this card, this 1880s American Eagle Tobacco Baseball National League Fine Cut trade card, represents this next channel. This next channel could also be a Rookie of the Year, but I'm talking about Tom, Collector Not Hoarder. Tom is an all-star in my book because he and I have very similar tastes when it comes to those really old 1800s trade cards and some of those non-sport cards. He's got a great collection, and he's taught me quite a bit. So I nominate Tom. Now for the 2 Rookie of the Years. Where are those cards? So those 2 Rookie of the Years, here they are. The first one is going to be, nope, hang on, I'm missing my Rookie of the Year cards. Where did they go? Uh-oh, here they are, found them. Okay, these Rookie of the Years, both of them have been on YouTube for 2 months now. The first one is going to be represented by this 1964 Top Stand-Up Sandy Koufax card. He's a really big Dodgers fan. I'm talking about Mark's Dodgers cards. He's got a great collection. It's not all Dodgers. He does have a variety, and I believe Sandy Koufax is his favorite player. So, great channel, and he, like I said, he's been on for 2 months. The next channel has a collection that could rival most big-time collectors, and he's going to be represented by this 1915 Cracker Jack Fred Clark card. So I'm talking about Aaron from Vintage Value Cards. Aaron has an amazing collection, and since he's been on YouTube only about 2 months, he's been cranking out some videos. He does like 3 videos a week, and each one of them are enjoyable. He's knowledgeable. I've learned a lot from his channel, and so I can't say enough about Aaron. He's got a great collection, and he's an all-around great guy. So go check out his channel if you haven't. Anyway, those are my nominations for the 2024 YouTube Sports Card All-Star Team, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If I didn't nominate you, I'm sorry. I wish I could have. I wish I could nominate a whole nother team. So y'all take care, keep hunting the good stuff, and we'll see you later.